Well, do you have a question for me? How can I help you?
So here I am, one of my favorite comedian, I will say.
Thank you. Thanks very much. I didn't like, I got really nervous when you said one of. I just go down a spiral. So thank you for just knocking me up to, like I'm sure if even that's not true, just stick with what you've said. I like it. So I'm just going to go with it.
Number one. So if I could ask you anything, I would ask if you could fight a cereal mascot, like a mascot that is on cereal, who do you think you could take in a fight? Like, who do you think you could beat up?
That's a great question.
Wow.
That's a great question. Let's think it over. Captain Crunch is an old man.
Yeah.
And clearly past his prime.
Yeah.
And I like to think that I could take, like the Trix Bunny, he's got a long reach. He's got a long reach and he's got a lot of energy. I think it would be hard to connect. But Captain Crunch.
I was going to say, you couldn't touch
What'd you say?
Tony the Tiger. Like, you would not be able to get anywhere.
Oh, Tony the Tiger would rip me a new asshole instantly. He'd instantly grab my ass and tear open my asshole. And then he'd say, "It's great," So no, I don't want anything to do with Tony the Tiger. I think the Fruit Loops toucan is an endangered species.
Mm-hmm. Don't you think you should fight the Lucky Charms guy as a kind of mano-a-mano perfect match?
I get it. Two leprechauns going at each other, Matt. Yeah. Is that what you're saying?
Kinda.
Yeah.
They're related.
I do have to say the lucky.
You have to recuse yourself.
He's my third cousin, the Lucky Charms leprechaun. I do think the leprechaun has dragged my people back like 3 centuries with his antics and behavior.
Yeah.
So he has it coming, but I worry. I think he has magical powers, and I know the Irish. They'll do anything. He's probably got a knife in his boot. He's going to stick it in my rib. I'm going for Captain Crunch. Again, an elderly man past his prime. He says he's a captain, but we don't really see any evidence of that.
Well, he has a ship. I mean, he theoretically has an armada. He could launch his navy.
No, we haven't seen the ship in a long time.
Okay. Yeah.
And he talks a lot about how he's a captain. And then you look at that uniform, you know what I mean? He looks like Tito Jackson. It doesn't look like a real captain's uniform. So I'm going to go after Captain Crunch. And that's going to be a very short fight. I'm going to crush his face. I'm going to peel that mustache off his face, and I'm going to watch him eat it with
you can
milk.
Wear that as an epaulet, like he has epaulets.
Yes,
wear his mustache.
I will put the mustache on my shoulder like one of his little epaulets, and I'll say, "No, I'm the captain." That's my plan.
Maggie, you seem like you've thought about this. Have you figured out who you would fight?
Yeah, Maggie? Who do you want to fight?
I'm glad. I feel like we agree. I was thinking Captain Crunch because, he seems like a senile old man. He probably found his outfit, in a drawer somewhere, and he's like, this is my persona now. I don't think he's a real captain, and,
You're fantastic, Maggie. You're fantastic. I wish I could go on a road trip with you for like 6 weeks, because I think we could exhaust this topic alone. We could talk for this would get us like 8,000 miles, this one topic, because you're absolutely right. The captain, he's overstayed his welcome.
He really has,
It's time he retired and whoever Lieutenant Crunch is moved up. Don't you think?
100%. It's like remember last year when they killed off like Mr. Peanut and then they had like Baby Peanut? I feel like, there's got to be a Baby Crunch or something, he can grow up, earn his ranks or something.
He's got to earn it.
Are you calling for a Crunch mutiny?
Crunch mutiny, let's go. Get all the cereal guys
I'm totally
on it.
for it. And you know what? Captain Crunch seems way too comfortable. He's not on his toes. You know what I mean? And I think this Captain Crunch mutiny could happen very quickly, and he would be dispatched immediately, and then we would control, because also I think he went a little nuts. I mean, it started as Captain Crunch, then they added Crunch Berries, then it became Peanut Butter Crunch. Then they said there's a Captain Crunch cereal that's only Crunch Berries.
It's called Oops All Berries.
He made a mistake.
Oh.
Yes,
and he shouldn't be there.
Oops is in the title. Now, if that's not a senile old man, I don't know if anything should qualify him for immediate ejection from the Navy. Navy. It's the creation of an all berry crunch.
That's a clear mess up.
I know. I think he should be awarded the Nobel Prize for that. That's the best cereal ever made.
Yeah.
Have you had it?
Yeah.
You know what's actually pretty good is peanut butter crunch.
Oh yeah.
Have you had that?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah.
It's
You're
really
just
good.
changing
It really
your
is.
mind about everything.
Yeah, you're
now.
changing my mind now. It's such a good cereal.
Let's go after those Flintstones on Fruity Pebbles.
True story. My wife is a health nut, and she's always having the kids, have plenty of spinach and eat really healthy food and oatmeals and fruit. And I finally just said, this is ridiculous. I want these kids to understand what it's really like to be a kid. So I went not to the organic market, but to a real supermarket, and I bought Captain Crunch, Fruit Loops, and Sugar Pops, and I think Apple Jacks, and I brought them back to the house and I hid them. And then at the appropriate time, I brought them out in front of my wife and I said, it's time that my son became a man. And
Yes.
I introduced him to these cereals, and I haven't done it since, but he really was like, wow, this is incredible. And we sat there the way people do, our backs hunched.
Yeah.
What you do is you put the cereal in the bowl, you pour in the milk, you eat it, no one speaks.
No.
It's just munching, okay? Then you get to the bottom, and there's a little bit of milk, and rather than drain that milk, you add more cereal and fill it up again, and then add more milk, and we just plow ahead, and it's joyless. We look like those old ladies at the slot machines that are just feeding quarters in. That's what we were doing. We were just chowing down cereal. He was high on sugar for like 6 days. My wife was not amused, but I thought he needs to know. He needs to know. Don't you think,
done.
Maggie?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. That's a rite of passage.
Yes. Yeah, this will put hair on your chest, I
Yeah.
said. I think I did the right thing.